Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Amber Colbert. In the background is my son, Jackson Colbert. We are going to go over Canvas for you all. Welcome to SOC 110, Social Problems. Thanks, Jax. Hopefully you've gotten a chance to already look at Canvas, but if you haven't, you can follow along with me. And even if you have, please still watch this video. Hopefully it's short. And there might be some things that maybe you missed. I'm going to try to just hit, the most important things for you to know for the course. So there we go. Let's get into it. Hopefully you're excited. I know the course is called Social Problems, and so that can sound kind of troubling, but the way that we're going to come or look at these problems is through a lens of hopefully to solve them, but to figure out solutions and to figure out like why they're problems to begin with. And it's going to be interesting. It's going to be great. I love this class and I hope you love it too. So, okay. First, the syllabus. Hopefully you got a chance to take a look at it. Most of the information that's in the syllabus I've also put inside of a getting started module. But basically, yeah, this class is just looking at just, present day social problems that we have: poverty, gender inequality, racial inequality, problems in the family, government, education, crime, all kinds of stuff. Just anything that you think is a problem, we will most likely discuss it. So, and then like I was saying, some questions to guide the course, like what does it mean to think sociologically about social problems? Why do we see some things or some conditions as problems and not others? What are some processes that people go through in order to establish something as a social problem? What are social movements? How do they help bring about social change? And, how have certain social movements brought a decrease to inequality here and elsewhere? Again, my name is Amber Colbert. That's my email address. I have office hours every day, Monday through Friday from 3 to 4. You can send me an email to schedule an appointment, or you can go through Comet Connect. I believe it's up and running. If it's not, by the time I post this, I will, figure out what's going on with that. But I like to use Comet Connect because it's nice. This is our textbook. You need the second edition of the textbook because the first edition has different articles in it than the second edition does. So make sure that you have the second edition of the textbook. Thanks, Jeff. The class is asynchronous. And what asynchronous means is that we do not have a mandatory meeting time. So even though I'm going to talk about Zoom in a minute, but there's no set time that is mandatory that you have to meet with me. But we still have a schedule. We still have deadlines and due dates, right? So make sure that you're paying attention to that. And some of you, maybe it's your first time ever being in an online course. Maybe you spent your senior year all in distance format, and you might have even spent like your junior year and your senior year, and now we're here in college and you're still online, right? And it's like, okay, so you might feel like an online expert, or some of you might still be kind of struggling with Canvas or just online format in general. I just want to let you know you can be successful in an online course. The most challenging thing about an online course, especially an asynchronous online course, is having to listen to a baby in the background. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. The most difficult part of an online course is remembering that you have it. So what I like to tell my students is make sure that you log on to Canvas at least twice a week. Just log into Canvas. The practice of it will help you to remember that you actually have a social problems course that you're enrolled in. And if you can get on your phone and set a reminder, set a schedule for yourself, like, okay, I know Mondays at 5 and Thursdays at 2, I'm available and I will log on, right? So yeah, make sure that you don't skim any of the readings. Make sure you're paying attention to the announcements that I post, any emails. And there is a lot of reading. I try to include some videos and things like that to kind of switch up the reading, but make sure for sure that you are reading all of the announcements, and then have fun. You know, it can seem overwhelming at times, but you know, what is life if you're not enjoying it? And that includes this class. So have fun with it. We have discussion forums. So on to the assignments for this class. We have discussion forums, and we have reading analyses and exams. So the discussion forums are all due on Sundays at 11:59 p.m. In fact, everything's due on Sunday at 11:59 p.m. Please don't wait till Sunday at 11:50 to start your discussion forum. I really encourage everybody to get started like during the week, because it makes it easier for you to respond to your classmates and to have meaningful conversations. So if you could try to get, you know, something in the discussion forum, like your first response to one of the questions in the discussion forum in by Wednesday or Thursday, that you're doing really good. I'm going to go over more about discussion forums and expectations in a minute or a little bit later. We have reading analyses, and basically I will give you 2 or more readings, and then you will answer the questions below based on those readings. The instructions are pretty outlined, and in the assignment itself on Canvas, I have even more instructions. So, but basically you're going to be answering those questions. And then we have module assignments, and these are just specific assignments for the module. I'm thinking like in our gender one, you have to research like a top 100 song and look at how it, you know, portrays gender and gender roles and sexuality and stuff. And so those assignments are really specific to like a module. And then we have 2 exams, a midterm and a final. The midterm is 3 short essay questions, and it's timed. I do have a midterm study guide. And then the final is a written essay. You have a week to work on it. And I give you the prompt a week before it's due. So here's a great breakdown of what, you know, we have. So we have discussion boards, reading analyses, module assignments, a midterm, and a final. If you ever need help, you feel lost or unsure of what to do, first thing is to check Canvas, check the announcements, take a look at what, you know, what's going on, check your email, because I do send out emails and announcements through email. Check the discussion, the question and answer discussion board, which I will show you where that's at. It's on Canvas under modules. And then, you know, you can also email me. Take the first 3 steps though, you know, that you might get your answer faster. As you can hear, I have a 15-month-old, I have a 3-year-old, I have a husband, and I have a Chihuahua. So between the 4 of them, I am super busy. I'm teaching 6 classes. It's like insanity over here. So it takes me, I try to answer pretty quickly, but it could take me a full 24 hours to answer your question. So if you have something really pressing that you need answered, if you take those first 3 steps, you probably get your answer. So there's that. Here are my grading guidelines. I'm not going to read this word for word, but basically how to get an A, B, C, D, and an F in the class in case you're determined to get an F. I'm just joking, kind of. You shouldn't be determined to get an F, but in case you are, this is how you can get one. But the class is not designed for anybody to fail. The idea is that everyone's going to do well, right, Jax? Okay, so some keys to success. Make sure that you understand I really am for your success. I really do want you to do well in this class. I want you to be successful in all your online courses, and that is a possibility. You can do this. Make sure that you're logging on at least 2 days a week. Also know too that I upload content on a weekly basis. So please, you know, don't ask me to upload things early. We're going to be working through things together week by week. Okay, I had to pause and put on Sesame Street. Okay, so like I was saying, we're going to go through the course week by week. I upload content on a weekly basis. The modules will open up on Sundays at midnight. So you'll have all Sunday, and then the week starts on Monday. That's when we start the new material. So you get the modules a day early. Try your best to keep your same personality in the discussion boards, try to make them conversational. Make sure that you're checking Canvas regularly and often. Make sure your email address is up to date on My Palomar, because My Palomar is synced with Canvas. So if the school gives you a student email, but if you don't want to use that student email, you don't have to. You can use your personal Gmail account if you want. Make sure that you don't plagiarize. Plagiarism is cheating, right? Please do not cheat. Do not use someone else's work and try to pass it off as your own. In case you're like, I love cheating in all areas of my life, at school, in my personal relationships, at the grocery store, everywhere. I just love cheating. I don't know what to tell you. Other than we have a tutoring center that can help you academically in case you want to break this habit of cheating. And we have behavioral health counselors that can help you maybe on a personal level, but cheating academically, don't do it. Okay. And then here's the other thing. I'll just share with you like a little insight. Canvas has our UniCheck form in there, and you'll upload all of your documents through UniCheck, and it will let me know if you are copying and pasting things. And if you have a friend that took this class previously and you're thinking, oh yeah, just let me use all your assignments, it saves everyone's assignments. So do your own work at the end of the day. Do your own work. Obviously, all the assignments and exams are on Canvas. They're all due Sundays at 11:59 p.m. I do allow for late work. You have 1 week from the due date of the assignment, so the following Sunday, to turn in any late work, and you have just a small reduction in your grade. It's 10%. Don't let that 10% stop you from turning in late work. Like, still get the work in, right? And I also drop your lowest discussion forum, and I drop your lowest reading analysis. So there's that. You might have some strong opinions about some of the topics we're going to be discussing. Some of the things we talk about, right? Like sex, sexual behavior, gender, religion, race, ethnicity, politics, class. All the things you're not supposed to talk about on a first date, we talk about them together in a class of 40 plus people. So make sure that you're being respectful, because this is a safe place for people to share their ideas and opinions. Don't be afraid to share how you really feel, but there's a difference between, sharing how you feel and being hateful, and being intolerant or mistreating someone. Those things will not be tolerated in this class. But if you have genuine questions, or you're kind of like, I don't know, is this hateful? Am I allowed to say this? I think if you, broach things in the right way and come from a learning standpoint, then we can work through it. But, we're all grown, you're all adults, right? What hate speech is, and what to say and what not to say. And if you don't, we can work that out together, and I will let you know that you're being hateful, right? So there's some great links here. Please check these out for resources. There are emergency grants, textbook grants. I can tell you with all confidence that if you apply for these grants, you will most likely get them. Just about every student that I know that I've recommended these grants to that was eligible and applied, got it. The Palomar Foundation is giving out money like it's their birthday. I don't know. They're just going to be giving out money until they run out of it. So get some of it so you can take care of, your books. If you need food, if you need a Wi-Fi hotspot, if you need help with cable, your internet bills, ask. It's there. Okay, so some discussion board instructions and expectations. I'm pretty sure some of you have done discussion boards before, and they can get really monotonous and, for lack of a better word, boring, because people will do things like this. Like someone will say, I love bread. And then another person will say, I agree with you. I love bread too. I like the part when you said you like bread. You know, it's just back and forth like that. And that's just ridiculous. So for us to try to get away from that, what we're going to do is you're going to respond to the prompt. I have a set of questions that I ask. You'll answer those questions. Then you will ask your classmate a question. You don't have to answer that question, but you do need to ask them a question. And that question can be based on the readings that we did that week. It could be based on what what your classmate wrote in their post. Just any kind of relevant question, right? And then the second response that you're going to have is to a classmate. So you can either answer the question that a classmate posed, or you can respond to what they wrote in their original prompt, things of that nature. And you can respond to the same person more than once. That's great, because then, it shows that you're engaging in meaningful conversation. Again, those things are due on Sundays, but try not to wait till Sunday to do it, because then it makes it really hard to respond to other people if everyone waits till Sunday. Make sure when you're responding to the prompt that you include direct quotes. Make sure that you make it clear that you've read the articles, that you're on top of the readings, because I use the discussion boards to assess your understanding of the readings. Let's see. You also don't have to agree with the author. It's okay. It's totally okay and great if you disagree with the author. Just make sure that you share why you're disagreeing, and it's not just simply like, I don't like this. You need to give your perspective on the material. And then again, when you're asking a classmate a question, make sure that it's a thought-provoking, discussion-generating question, not like a recall question, like what year did Weber write the Protestant ethic, or what was the third word on page 27, stuff like that. You want to ask things that are, engaging, and no simple questions like, did you like something? Do you agree or disagree? It needs to be pretty specific. Okay, I think the rest of it, and then the other response to the classmate, again, try to find ways to connect with your classmates, move beyond just agreeing with them. It's okay to agree, but it's great if you disagree. You can play devil's advocate. Maybe everyone is saying things that you do agree with, but how would someone who doesn't agree with you and everyone else, how would they look at it? You can put that in the, I was going to say put that in the chat, but you can put that in the discussion forum. Just, get outside of yourself about it. Okay, and then here's our reading schedule. It's got the readings and then the due dates for everything. So anytime that you see something that says page, that's an article in our textbook. When it says Canvas and it's italicized, that's a reading that I will give you. So we do have a textbook for this class. I do use it, but I also give you additional readings as well. And then we will meet on Zoom. I have the Zoom dates here. We're going to meet every other week. To just kind of go over the readings and the articles and stuff. They're not mandatory, but it's a great time to just dig deeper into the content and ask me questions and, things of that nature. Okay, so that's the syllabus. When you're navigating through Canvas, I really, tell everyone that you should start with going to the announcements. I've already got a couple of announcements. Like, we're already having extra credit. It's a sign of a good semester when you start with extra credit, right? The Palomar Black Faculty and Staff Association is having our second annual workshop series. You can take a look at this brochure. It has all of our workshops in it. This is the Zoom link for all the workshops. Here's the layout here are the workshop descriptions, so you can see them. You can also go to this website here. If the thing will get away, it's down at the bottom. It's palomar.edu/PBFSA. There it is. You go right there, and it will, there's also the workshops listed there, so you can take a look at that. Okay. So go to announcements when you come in. make sure that you see everything that's, happening. And then the second thing to do is go to modules, because the course is organized by modules. So I have this like getting started module here with all the kind of stuff that we just kind of went over, the textbook. There's even a link here in this one for, textbook assistance if you need it. You can apply for that grant. I have the reading schedule in there as well. If you need technology resources like a laptop, a Wi-Fi hotspot, Office Depot card, laptop carrier, all kinds of stuff, you can follow this link and apply. All students get the Microsoft Suite for free. So you get Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Publisher, all of that stuff. You just got to log in with your Palomar student ID. Adobe Acrobat Reader, which is great. So it reads PDFs. You can download that to your computer. If you're ever having problems with Canvas, like you're having an issue uploading something or if something won't download, whatever, you can click on this student guide. And then our ATRC is our Academic Technology Research Center. They're great if you, in case these guides don't help you, you're having any problem with technology on campus, or on Canvas, I should say, because we're not physically on campus yet. But if you're having any trouble with anything online, reach out to them and they will help you because they're fabulous. So those are our modules. I have this question and answer discussion forum here for you to be able to ask any question that you have about the course. Please, nothing too personal, but if it's like, oh, has everybody, read this article? Does anybody want to share a book with me? Whatever you want to ask, you can ask it there, or like, when is something due, or, that kind of thing. And then student announcements is like, if you're a part of a club or if you have things going on in the community and you want to share it with everyone, you can put it right here. Oh, I skipped Zoom. This is where we will have our, this is where the Zoom link is. And you can come here. So Thursdays from 1 to 2:30 on these dates, we'll meet on Zoom. It's not mandatory. You do not have to come, but if you can attend, don't worry. I will post the recording and you can watch at a later time. But if you can make it, please come. It's a good time. We talk about stuff. Hopefully you enjoy it. Then lastly, you'll notice that like the modules, they're locked until a certain date, but I have announcements. You got your readings, PowerPoints, discussion boards. If there is a lecture, it'll be posted there as well. So I think that's everything. If you have any questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to reach out to me, let me know. And I'm looking forward to a great semester with you all. Thanks, everyone.